So now let's switch on instance number 2. Instance number 2 is the supply chain. I'm currently logged in as supplier 1. I have here the exact same application. I have the connector, define the AppNet, and I have the application built on top. So for example, now if I click on the service ask table, I can see exactly the same content that I had on the customer instance. So the last service ask is about 10 new production machines. It is interesting also to have a look to the message table in itself. So here, for example, I can see that if I order by sequence number, I can see that all my messages have this consensus field that should always be 100% because all the nodes must be in agreement about the state of the tables which are under the AppNet control, and I have the same for the verification messages, even if they are a lot more because they are 3 times the main topic messages actually. From the topic, I can also see the same kind of structure in Kabuto. So if I open, for example, the main topic, I can open this one in Kabuto and see the sequence of messages within the DLT Explorer. So now let's move on with the process. So if I go again in the service ask table, I can see that my service ask has been created here by the customer. So as a supplier, I may want to bid for that service ask. So I can enter the service ask and I create a new service bid. Again, this is a record that is being created locally. So I'm going to say bid for prod machines 1, and I can say, for example, the cost is going to be 1 million, and I'm going to produce not more than 5,000 tons of CO2 emission. So I can either submit and save locally, or I can submit to Hedera and share with the DLT network. So same kind of mechanism here. The state is initially submitted when the message goes through the network and is being received back from the mirror nodes. The state changes to active. I have the creation message here. I have the party, which is now bidding for that specific service ask. I can refresh the message list and I have exactly the same structure. Within it, I have the message in the main topic with all the information which are shared, and then I have my verification messages which are now coming, and I have all 3, and the consensus is again 100%. All of them agree on the current state of the ask and the bid table. So now if I come back to the instance 1 to be the customer, let's open the service ask table again. I will order by creation message, and I have my production machine service ask as the last one. And I can see now that under this service ask, I have multiple bids. I just bidded as supplier 1, but at the same time supplier 2 and supplier 3, which lives, by the way, on the same supply chain instance as multiple participants, like departments in a big organization, for example. I've also bid for that ask. So as a customer now, I'm able to select the bid that is more appropriate for my organization. So I can, for example, compare the emission, and I can see that this bid from supplier number 3, even if it's the most expensive, is the lowest one in terms of emission. So I can go ahead and accept this bid. So I have a button here, accept bid. I can just click, and the mechanism is always the same. The change of state is sent to the network, and all the nodes, including the originating one, are receiving the message back, and they are changing the state. So now I have 2 different messages under that service ask because both of them represent 2 different change of state, and you can see here that the state is currently matched. I can refresh here again. The confirmation messages will come in a moment. Here we are. Also the last one arrived. So the state of the bid is matched. If I go back to the service ask, I can see that also the state of the service ask has been changed to matched, so the process is completed. And if I have a look to all the service bids only one is in the state matched, the one coming from tree, and the other one are now in the state cancelled. What is also important is that I have here the button create purchase order, and that showcases how from a distributed process on the AppNet I can start a local process like the creation of a PO, which is entirely managed inside the procurement application.